Travis Brown will start us off with the question.
Hey, London. What did it feel like to have your first start this season and just kind of get that extended play in and get back in the swing of things?
We work really hard, all the middles in practice, to always better each other. And, it's almost like a competition. And so we're really pushing each other all the time. And so I think it's just been really fun to compete with the other middles and just show what I can do.
It was a very different looking lineup for y'all, at least from the fall. What could you say about how well y'all were able to mesh and really kind of jumped right into it without any real rust, it looks like?
I feel like we worked on that in practice a lot, creating a game-like environment. And so it felt pretty natural going in. But I think that everybody's always ready to, play their role, do their part, work for their team.
Next up, we have Richard Zane.
Hi, London. Obviously, you guys ended the fall slate of the schedule with 4 straight losses, but you come back and your first match, get a big victory. How did those through the off time, I guess, how did you use those losses as motivation and follow up? How good did it feel to get back in the win column immediately?
I think we take it just point by point, and just like points, we have an error or something, we say, okay, we learn from it and then we move on. And so we treated this like a whole nother season, and we just said, we're starting from the beginning. We're going to learn from the mistakes of those last 4 games, and we're going to move forward.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Jennifer Streeter.
Hi, London. I was actually wondering if you could kind of touch a little bit on Clara Jetters and, this being her, first start, as a freshman, how do you think she played tonight, and what kind of established her to earn that start?
I would say Claire is one of our most aggressive players in the gym. She's always really getting after the ball, trying to better her, defense and offense. And so I think that she just really, leaned on her teammates, and we were there to support her. And we were like, hey, we got you. Just swing away. You be your aggressive self. So it was really fun to see her flourish in this environment.
And then my last question for you is, with kind of following up with y'all losing those last 4 matches in the fall, how are y'all looking to kind of chase consistency with this spring slate?
I would just say kind of same thing, just take it as a learning curve and move on. We work a lot in the gym about making smart plays, and so just reviewing film and seeing what we could have done differently in situations, and then just working with our teammates to better each other and just always encouraging each other on the court.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Justin Woodard.
Hey, Austin, I know y'all lost that 3rd set, right? But you were down really, really big and kind of stifled their momentum, even though they ended up winning the set, right? I mean, you came back and rattled off a lot of points in a row. How big was that going into that 4th set, do you think?
We talk a lot about momentum in our gym, and I think it was creating the momentum not only for that set, but for the next set. And so we got to take that energy of that grinding and that fighting back and just turn it into that 4th set and really just use that so we can fuel our fire.
And building off that, how do you think you handled the swings of the match? I mean, obviously you go up 2-0, they make a run in the 2nd set, you finish them off, and then, bounce back in the 4th set. Mentally, how do you think you girls responded tonight?
I feel like we did really well. I think maybe we could have responded a little quicker during the 3rd set, but I think once we recognized, our errors and our momentum, we really got back to fighting with each other to get back into the game.
We've got one more question from Travis Brown.
Hey, yeah, quick follow-up. Curious your thoughts on what you thought of Morgan Christian's play today. I know one of her first games going six rotation all the way around, and she seemed to be kind of a good anchor and a good base for the team.
Yeah, I mean, we got into the locker room and we immediately celebrated her serving specifically. She was really a force back there, and I think she let that translate to the front row too. And so I think it's just really great that she can come in and be so aggressive and just work with our teammates and, trust us, and we build that trust every day in practice. And it's just translating practice to the game.
Thanks.